Welcome to The Shared Path. I'm Maggie Linton. The world is not always kind to people who look different. Our next guest, Lyd'ya Rivera, has learned to love herself and encourage others with vitiligo through her work as a confidence coach. Her precious new book, aimed at young children, is I Absolutely, Positively Love My Spots. Welcome to The Shared Path. It's so good meeting you.
I am so excited to be here. Such a pleasure to meet you and be on your show. So thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you. Let's talk about you first, because man, do you have a long resume? Military, confidence, advocate. You are a busy woman. When did you learn and understand that you had vitiligo and that might be a change in your life?
So that's a good question because you asked, when did I understand that I had vitiligo? Well, I was first and foremost, I was born with vitiligo. So I've had vitiligo my entire life. When did I notice and understand I had vitiligo? I was just a child. I was just a kid, maybe around 5, 6 years old, going to school and being amongst my peers, and my peers telling me that something was wrong with me, dealing with the name calling and the teasing and the bullying. And kids can be cruel when they don't know something, they don't know about something. So that's when I understood, hey, I'm different. Okay, so now what next?
Your parents helped you understand that you were special, and that made different being good, didn't it?
It did. It absolutely did. I tell everyone, when you have a support system and real people that just love on you and really empower you and encourage you to love on you back, it makes the world of a difference. My father being one of my greatest inspirations, the one person who truly loved my skin, my vitiligo, he would kiss it all the time. And I didn't like that. I did not like that because I didn't like my skin. So I'm like, I don't like it. So no, you don't like it. But it really did help because what he continued to tell me and instill in me, I remember those words to this day, and I'm able to instill that into children, my own children as well, across the world. So it really helped a ton.
No, but what you brought up about your parents and your support and loving you no matter what is
Yeah.
something that all parents need to do for all children, not just those with vitiligo. And
Yes.
sometimes I hear parents, in stores and grocery stores being, in a sense, mean and
Yeah.
downgrading their children. And that's something that they need to get out of.
Yes. I cannot agree more with you. Truly, our children and just children in general, right? Especially when there are people that are close to you who are supposed to love on you and uplift you. That's what kids are expecting from them. Is that, that parent or that grandmother to uplift them and to just tell them how beautiful they are, just the way they are. It really does make a world of a difference. It really, really does. But what I've noticed too, though, that a lot of the times the parents have some insecurities and they kind of project that onto their children. And that's why, writing this book was so important to me because as a child, that's where a lot of those insecurities begin to form within myself. But those same insecurities, I took those insecurities into my adulthood and those things I learned from a child into my adulthood to be able to help other children, my children, because it really, really is important that as adults, parents, that we are uplifting and encouraging and just reassuring our children of the world today who will be our future leaders tomorrow, just how amazing and beautiful they are, just the way that they are. So there's so much positive impact in that alone. So yes, parents definitely play a pivotal part in, how children grow up, who they become, how they see themselves, how they see others. This book itself, talks about that, embracing who you are, but at the same time, being able to embrace others and accept who they are. It promotes kindness and true self-love. and love for others. I'm
Yes.
excited.
And that's one of the things you talk about. This book is precious, and I meant it. Um,
Yes.
I absolutely positively love my spots.
Yes.
Where did you did you come up with the words first? And then let's talk about the illustrator who really brings your words to life.
Yes. Nina Mata, she is New York Times bestselling illustrator. Um, Absolutely brilliant, absolutely just super talented, super sweet and kind. I love her so much. Um, the words, I wrote the words, and she had the words. When I wrote the manuscript, she had the manuscript, but what it was, and this is what she always tells me, she's like, when I was illustrating the book, she was talking to me. She told me, I want two pigtails, I want a purple tutu. She was telling me, like, she spoke to me. So it wasn't really the manuscript that helped her to come up with this beautiful, beautiful illustration. It was really the character herself. She was like, this is how I want to enter into the world and into the readers' lives that will read about her and read this book. She's powerful. This little girl here confidence, exudes confidence, the confidence I wish that even I had as a kid. So Nina Mata really did a beautiful job in creating such an energetic letter, love letter to all children, just with the illustrations, the bold colors. I mean, oh my God, the colors are just beautiful. The diversity in the book.
Yes,
Oh,
yes. Mm-hmm.
love it.
Yeah, the diversity of friends shows you just how wonderful the world can be. And
Yes,
I mean, she represented everybody, didn't she?
yes,
Boys
everyone.
and girls,
Yes,
Asians,
yes,
blacks, whites. It's really a
everyone.
pure joy. And also a great nod to nature too.
Yes, absolutely. If you see, she's so adventurous. She's everywhere. She's playing in puddles. She's going on adventures. She's just everywhere, just really enjoying just nature and the world and everyone around her. Just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And just everything that was just captured, it just really heightens and enhances just the message within itself. The illustration was beautiful, but the illustrations really do highlight the message and the words within the book to just really tell people to just be free and liberate yourself. Go enjoy the world and be who you are. Be yourself. Love you for you. Truly, truly amazing. Truly
You know,
amazing.
one of the other things is seeing more people with vitiligo being visible. We know about Michael Jackson, but he spent a lot of time covering up with makeup. But
Yeah,
when you look at Winnie Harlow and how she's raised the awareness,
yeah,
and you can see her confidence and
yeah,
beauty out
yeah.
there as a top model in the world.
Yes. Oh my God. Just you saying that aloud is so empowering. It's so meaningful to me because growing up, I didn't see, superheroes or characters or models. I didn't see that as a kid. And just to see that now, I know that the children across the world today are so inspired, especially those with vitiligo, because now they get to see a supermodel who looks like them and who's not hiding and who's not ashamed and who's just super confident. I think that is just so wonderful. Um, which was why I absolutely positively love my spots as well, because I didn't see that as a kid. And had I seen that as a kid, who knows who I would have become, or, you know, who I would be today. And I'm excited where I am today. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say you're pretty, and this I'm gonna say it. You're pretty damn good right now. It's not like you're a failure. Uh,
No, no,
but
no.
let's explain to people what vitiligo is, because there may be people out there that says, "Oh, I see the patch over the eye," and I
Yeah.
may have known about Winnie or Michael or like you were talking about Lee. Um, but talk about exactly what it is, because it's not something someone can catch.
No, not contagious. Number one, it is not contagious. Vitiligo, it is a skin disorder, a skin condition to where the melanocytes, which are the pigment producing cells in our skin that makes up our melanin or, our color, they're lost or they're damaged. Something goes wrong, and they leave the white patches on our skin. For some people, because there are different types of vitiligo, you have focal, you have universal, segmental vitiligo, and it affects people differently because for me, I have focal. I have it in this area here on my face, as you can see. But there are some who they're covered. They lose a lot of their pigment. It is not contagious. There is not a known cure. There are treatments that are available for people. But that's vitiligo. That's what it is. Honestly, it's nothing I truly believe anyone should be ashamed of. Although I was for many, many, many years. But I don't think it's something that we should be ashamed of. We truly are a masterpiece, and we should embrace that uniqueness about who we are and having vitiligo.
All right, you got into the military, into
Yes,
the Navy,
I
and
did.
that didn't stop you. Vitiligo didn't stop you from that, did it?
No, it didn't. It did not. It didn't. I actually just recently retired after serving in the United States Navy. And honestly, it was such a joy being able to serve the country. But what people don't know is while serving, I covered my vitiligo. So people didn't know I had it. I used makeup. I would always wear hair over my eyes so people couldn't see. I was still ashamed. It didn't stop me, but internally, there was a piece of me that just wasn't completely whole and complete. But yeah, I totally believe that despite vitiligo or any skin condition, any disorder, any disability, anything, never allow your skin or any of those things to stop you from being and from living. Had I not moved on and moved forward and put a foot forward to become and to do, I wouldn't be able to be this person I am and experience all of the wonderful things I get to experience, such as being an author. This is exciting. This is exciting. And all it took was for me to truly believe in myself, despite my differences, embrace my uniqueness, accept who I am, and be who I was created to be.
And with that, you are, as you said, a strong advocate. And something's coming up on the 25th of June. Talk about
Yeah.
that because this will be out within the next few days. And you want to get people really aware and encouraged to support June 25th.
Yes. June 25th, that is World Vitiligo Day. This is such a very monumental day for everyone who has the diagnosis, who has vitiligo. It is a day that we get to celebrate who we are, celebrate our differences, celebrate our unique skin. In fact, World Vitiligo Day Conference we have coming up as well in Atlanta, where people all across the world who have vitiligo come together and just love and celebrate on one another. It truly is a beautiful day. We've worked very, very hard and we continue to advocate for the skin condition because the goal is to allow and to make vitiligo normal. To people, we're not looked at as normal, but I am normal, right? I mean, I'm an
Much
author
so.
and retired
And a
Navy.
mother and a veteran,
Exactly. I'm
everything.
a
Yeah,
mom. I'm a human
yeah,
being, right?
yeah,
I just
yeah.
have a skin disorder. But we're still human beings. And the goal is truly to normalize vitiligo. And also in doing so is to promote kindness. Like kindness will take this world so far in such a positive path. So it's an exciting day. I'm excited. June 25th. Yes,
You're also a coach now too,
I
a confidence
am.
coach. And talk about whether is it done with classes as an individual? How do you operate?
Yes, so I am a certified life coach and I specialize in confidence building. Who would have thought, right? That a young girl who really did not like her skin, I really did not like the person that I was. And here I am today providing online courses that help to cultivate confidence in young girls and women. Here I am. I offer one-on-one coaching. So because I'm a very personable person, I understand that with this journey, it does take more of that one-on-one approach. So I do offer one-on-one coaching, online courses. I offer a community for young girls, teen girls, and women to basically be who they are, begin to embrace who they are, just being able to cultivate that confidence and really get them to see who they truly are and to be that and to be who you are without any shame, just to be you unapologetically. So, yes, I am a
I was getting ready
confident
to say, but that's the kind of confidence that people need in general, with or without vitiligo.
Yes. So I don't just so let me also say that even though I have vitiligo, I don't necessarily just coach people who have vitiligo.
Hmm.
I coach every teenage girl, every woman who has that lack of self-love and that lack of confidence, who has a really tough time really being able to see the beauty of who they truly are inside and out. So I'm not a confidence coach for only the vitiligo community. So I wanted to make sure I put that disclaimer out there.
Wanted you to say that because I'm going,
Yes.
I looked at your website and I'm going, well, she's doing a lot more than vitiligo.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Definitely, definitely. The other thing you said, you're a filmmaker too.
Yes,
That's
I
why I
am.
said, folks, this woman is not lacking confidence. She's not a bit sure early, but she's fine now.
Oh, yes. I like that. Yes, I am a filmmaker. It truly is a passion for me. I also want to say this to, anyone listening. Whenever I stopped covering my vitiligo, figuratively and literally covering, that was when I began to really experience the woman that I am and who I truly am. I never knew I had a creative side. I never knew that until 2018 when I stopped covering my vitiligo and accepted who I was. And I didn't realize I had a passion for writing. So I am a screenwriter. I am a director. I am a filmmaker. One of my very dear projects that I've worked on, it's Beauty Marks. The name's Beauty Marks. And it is a story surrounding my life and what it was like having vitiligo and some of the things I've gone through with vitiligo. Very, very powerful. So yeah, I am a filmmaker as well.
And I think some people may be wondering out there, because you do have children,
I do.
is vitiligo something that they also have, or is this just you, or what?
So I have no one in my family that has
There you
vitiligo.
go. That proves it to people that it is just a random thing that comes.
Very random. Now there are words or there are suggestions and research that suggests that it can be hereditary. So it can be hereditary. Um, I don't have anyone in my family, not that I know of. None of my children have vitiligo. So I that's something I always like to pick the brains on other people who have vitiligo. Like, so do you have anyone in your family who has it? Or, but there are people that I know who have family members that have it. I'm just not one of those people.
All right. And your aim is toward young people. That's who you talk to all the time. And as you go out there, once again, this wonderful book, I absolutely positively love My Spots, is there to encourage them. But are you going on book tour, things along those lines, so that kids will know that they can come and talk to you, maybe touch you, do feel you, and
Yes.
see how real you are?
I'm real. I am very real. And absolutely, positively, I am going on book tour. Yes. I am like I said before, I'm very personable. And I do understand how impactful it can be whenever you're having that one-on-one conversation and approach with children, our youth. It really, really is very impactful. So I will be going on book tour. So please stay tuned. If anyone wants to follow me, please stay tuned to following me because we're definitely going on a book tour and I'm definitely coming to your nearest city and state. So
Yeah, along with the June 25th date. And you're all
yes,
you're very heavily embodied on social media, as well as your website, which we'll talk about, but it's Lyd'ya, Lydya, C Rivera.com.
Yes.
Um, Encouragement as you throw it out there to those young people and actually to people in general, because you're so positive, you're so pretty. People have a tendency to be attracted to someone who shows the confidence and the attractiveness that you have. But yet people need to know that they can do that too.
Yes. So the woman you see today was not this confident. The smile I wear on my face, and I'd say it's definitely a smile I wear. I wear this smile because for so long I didn't know how to smile and give genuine smiles because I really didn't have confidence. I really didn't. But it is very much possible to have this confidence, to be able to truly love who you are. It really is possible. It just takes you to dig really deep down on the inside of who you are and discover, where is that brokenness? Why this brokenness? How did this come about? And to begin to repair that. And no one can do it. Not a person, place, or thing can repair that. Only you can. You have got to understand what it is you love, what it is that's going to help you, what it is that you need to give you that fulfillment and that joy and happiness in life. So I tell everyone, this is not something you can find out there in the world or in people. It truly can be discovered within yourself. But as a coach, I help to bring that out. I help to bring that out. And even with the book, this truly is a self-love letter to every reader that reads this book. She gives so much confidence. I get the question all the time, what inspired me to write this book? And is the little girl in the book me? Well, my answer is always, I was inspired because I didn't see people like me when I was this little girl. However, this little girl is who I wish I would have been. I wish I could have had that confidence. I wish I could have loved myself the way she does in this book. So truly, this is a self-love letter to every reader, but it was also a self-love letter to myself. The things I wish I could have, heard as a kid. And now I get to hear them now. And I get to tell that to all the kids across the world.
Yeah. Well, this little girl, after talking to you now, I realize is you're giving her who you are right now.
Ooh, yes.
And how you've moved to that point. And she's a young child. And so that way she can grow up being as you are now. And who
Yes.
knows what doors will open for her and how good she will feel. What's ahead for you?
Oh, God, that is so powerful. I just have to say that. Just even hearing you say that, it's like, wow, the little young Lyd'ya, really went through some things. And here I am today. And I'm like, wow, thank you, young Lyd'ya, because you were strong and you were resilient. You overcame the toughest of times. And I thank you. Like, I thank her because without her resiliency and her strength and her courage, without that, I wouldn't be the Lyd'ya I am today. So I think that is truly, truly just empowering within itself, just to hear that. Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. So what's ahead? Where are
So
you going? Because I know you're going to be busy.
yeah, so ahead for me right now, we talked about the book tour. Super excited about that. I will be in Georgia actually in July. I'm really starting up that tour. Of course, I have the confidence coaching that I am offering. I'm actually expanding. So now we're in Florida, but we will be expanding to Georgia. So I am pretty excited about that. Continuing to just really advocate for the vitiligo community. I will be a speaker at the World Vitiligo Day Conference. So I am pretty excited about that as well. And just so many things that honestly I can't really say.
Yeah. Okay.
I
That's
can't
fine.
really talk about.
That's fine. Now, I have to ask you, are reservations still open for the conference? It's on June
I
25th.
Yes, there are reservations still open for the conference, and we welcome any and every one. There are people, yes, of course, who have vitiligo, but there are also people coming who don't have the condition because that's what advocacy is about. It's about spreading awareness to everyone in the world. So people are aware of the condition, of the treatments and just everything pertaining to vitiligo. So we welcome everyone to come. The registration is still open. So please come register and come join us for World Vitiligo Day Conference in Atlanta, Georgia. Super exciting.
And of course, they can find out more through your website as well
Yes,
as other locations.
absolutely. So if you go onto my website, lydiacrivera.com, there is so much information on there. I'll make sure there's information on there about registering for World Vitiligo Day Conference. Also, my important dates and the way ahead for Lyd'ya. All the information will be on my website. So please go on there and check it out.
Right. Well, listen, it's wonderful talking with you. I wish you nothing but success.
Thank
Your
you.
positivity shines bright, and people should always be attracted to that. I always end everything with seek peace and spread lots of love, and kindness is also so very strong, and that's something that you just glow with, and
Oh,
caring for others too.
yes, that's I'm glad. I'm glad that you see that because that's who I am and that's what I give. I try to for sure. So thank you. This was so fun. Thank you.
It was fun. I really enjoyed it. Once again, folks, it's Lyd'ya Rivera, and I want to thank her for sharing her story and the new book. I absolutely, positively love my spots. More about her, her book, and other work can be found at her website, which is Lyd'ya, and that's Lydya. Rivera.com, Lyd'yaCRivera.com, plus a lots on other social media. Until next time, seek peace and spread lots of love. I'm Maggie Linton.